Hey YouTube, Alex Conley here, and in today's video I want to talk about some of the advantages of learning another language. So let's go ahead and get into it. Do I speak any other languages besides English? No, I do not. I know little bits and pieces of Japanese, a few words in Thai, a little tiny, few words in Spanish, but really I'm only fluent in English, and for the purposes of this video, I only speak English. But what are some of the advantages of learning another language? Well, first off, you can enjoy one or more new countries. So if you speak Spanish, you're going to have a better time in Mexico. You're going to have a better time throughout Central and South America in countries where Spanish is prevalent. Now, of course, you have a country like Brazil where it's Portuguese. Portuguese is not the same as Spanish. But in many of these countries, there is a prevalence of Spanish, and if you speak Spanish, if you can read Spanish, if you can write Spanish, you're going to have an advantage. You're going to get more out of the experience. You're going to be able to communicate with locals, so you're probably going to get better prices on things. It's just all around better. Same with Spain. If you're looking to visit Spain, obviously Spanish is the official language of Spain. You're going to have a better time in Spain if you learn Spanish. Aside from those countries, I know that in the Philippines, there's bits and pieces of Spanish in different local dialects, and in fact, in Zamboanga City, they actually do speak a dialect of Spanish, so you can communicate with some of these folks in Zamboanga, which is in the southern Philippines. So right off the bat, same with Mandarin. If you're looking to go to China, you're going to have an easier time in China if you speak Mandarin Chinese. You're going to have an easier time in different cities with large Chinese populations. If you're looking to visit a Chinatown, you're going to have an easier time communicating with these people. Even in the United States, there's several Chinatowns where you could do pretty well to speak Mandarin Chinese. And so these are some of the real advantages of learning another language. Next, you can date people that speak that other language. If you're looking to, say go to Thailand and date a local Thai person, if you speak Thai, you're going to have an easier time dating. You're going to have an easier time communicating with your date and having fun with them, making jokes, getting to know them. It's just going to be easier. It's going to be an easier time. Kind of another advantage, you're going to have an easier time making friends. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of fun to be able to communicate with people in their language, and you're going to be able to move beyond just simple and basic phrases, the classic, hello, how are you, my name is, that type of conversation, moving into what kind of sports do you like, what kind of entertainment do you like, what do you do for work, what part of town do you live in. These types of things are a bit more complicated, and you can enjoy these conversations if you speak that language. Next, it's going to be easier to become an expat. If you're looking to leave your home country and move to a new country, if you learn the local language of the country you're headed to, it's going to be easier to live there. It's going to be easier to integrate into that culture. It's going to be easier to work with government officials as far as on your visa and naturalization process. It's going to just be all around easier if you speak that local language. You're going to get better prices on different things. You're going to be able to build relationships. You're going to get to know people that can help you in case you need help. These types of things make it easier to become an expat. So the most obvious one that people think of when they think about immigrating is English, but English is not the only valuable language to know. I think that the two that I mentioned before, Spanish and Mandarin, are two other really strong ones. But if you're looking to move to, say, Japan, learning some Japanese would really, really benefit you and really make it easier to live there. So finally, if you're looking to work overseas, not an independent, location-independent job, but actually to work in a given city, you probably need to learn the local language. I know that it's really common. For example, I'm interested in software development. It's really common in Japan that even if you know English, even if you speak English well, it can really help you get that job if you're at, I think, a level 3 in terms of Japanese. So aside from that example, I recently saw a job listing pop up for Airbnb where Airbnb is looking to hire someone in Phuket, Thailand, and one of the requirements is that individual be fluent in the Thai language. Learning that language, which some might say is obscure, it can be a really big benefit. I know a lot of people like that. And Airbnb, in that circumstance, let's say you're a non-Thai person but you speak the language, they're probably going to have the capability to figure out the work visa situation for you. They're probably going to have a solid salary that will pay you enough to live in that area. Phuket's not cheap. It's one of the more expensive parts of Thailand. So you're going to need to earn a decent amount of money to live there comfortably. Not only that, you're talking about corporate experience, where if you're doing freelance, you may have less certain types of credibility associated with the work you've done, whereas if you were to look for another job or consider moving back to your home country, you can say, hey, look, I worked for this multinational corporation. They're well known. They have certain standards that we can observe, and it can really help you move forward in your career. I know that's one concern of people that are location independent, is they're worried about career progression. But like I said, if you're looking to live in a certain location and to continue a sort of a normal type of career, learning that local language can be really beneficial. So I hope these tips have been helpful. I hope that you have a better idea of some of the advantages of learning another language. And if you enjoy this video, let me know what you think down in the comments. And definitely check out my other videos. I will see you soon.